Hi, I'm John Twist of University Motors. Today I want to show you some kingpins from an MG Midget from Mark Barnes Midget. I have been rebuilding these. These are rebuilt kingpins. So I took the stub axle, the piece here, and I painted it, sandblasted it first, painted it. I did not have to change the bushings. Now sometimes the kingpins wear, sometimes the kingpins and the bushings wear. The bushings down inside here, and you end up with this, with the kingpins being able to wiggle inside the stub axle. But very often you can just buy a new set of kingpins, forget the bushings, because to put the bushings in you need reamers and you need mandrels. Sometimes you can just put the new kingpin in, and geez, it's just great. It's great. There's no slop or anything, so it's nice. Anyway, so I took these guys and I sandblasted them, and then painted them with just black Rust-Oleum. Then I chucked it up in the lathe, grabbed it here, and there's a center point on the back side that you can put your pivot in from the lathe. And of course this whole thing is spinning, and then I was able to clean this area here, first of all probably with 180 paper, and then maybe 360, and finally with 800 or something paper here. So this is just as smooth can be, because this is where the seal rides from the front hub. The same kind of deal is true on an MGB, although this is a separate piece. Anyway, so I was able to clean this guy up, get him really nice, and then when we go to assemble this, use some grease in there, make sure it's okay. There is a dust excluder that sits here on the back. This I sent off to the plater, got it zinc plated. Looks, oh boy, it looks brand new. It isn't. It's as old as the car. But anyway, it's plated, and there's a couple of O-rings that go in here. You can tell from the workshop manual. And then you have to get the right amount of end float. If there's too much end float, once the trunnion is tight on the top, then the stub axle can move up and down on the kingpin. You don't want that. You want it only a couple thousandths of play here. So between the top of here and the underside of the trunnion lies a washer, okay, just against which the whole front end of the weight of the car is pressed. And if there's a problem with the overall length of this kingpin, so that the distance when it's assembled and that top nut is tight, oh, watch this, I won't be able to get the top on here, but imagine that I could. Haven't cleaned that out yet, still got paint in it. This guy sits in here. Then the distance from here to here is that which the kingpin has to ride and to swivel. Now the kits come with a little shim that you can put at the top end up here, and just add a little bit of thickness and push this trunnion away from the kingpin, from the stub axle. Or you can take the washer and you can sand him, and try him, sand him and try him, sand him and try him. That's a tedious way of doing it. That is one of the options. Until when you put it all together and you get this top nut tight, that it swivels. So you can see that it's not bound. It swivels on its own, and getting the top and bottom aligned is something you do once it's back on the car. But that's it on the kingpin. There are tools. Oh my gosh, where did I think I was just in the Moss Motors catalog looking at the price of a reamer for an MGC. It's like $800 or $900 or something. Oh my gosh. So sometimes you don't need the mandrels and you don't need the reamers. Maybe your club's got a reamer in the mandrels, who knows. But sometimes you can just put in a new kingpin and you get 95% of the way there. So it isn't the same as, you know, as pushing the new bushings and reaming it out exactly and everything, but it'll get you really close. It'll be great for road use. So that's it. Just a little comment about Mark Barnes' front kingpin midgets. It goes with the midget here. And next week the midget goes to the sandblaster. Oh boy, is that going to be fun when that comes back, because I've got a lot of letting to do. Until then, safety fast.